everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Mark is off this week. Eric, we've made it to midweek. How are you doing?
Halfway through the week, and I hope Mark's been able to enjoy this string of good weather, but I think things are about to change a little bit.
Yeah, a little rain is on the way. We'll get an update from Dana in just a minute. But here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Dane County leaders are taking a public health approach to violence prevention. Adam Duxter shares what kind of goals they hope to achieve.
Yeah, the Illinois teen charged with killing 2 people last summer during protests in Kenosha will have his trial pushed back by several months. We'll tell you why.
And Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul says he must be allowed to have more crime lab positions. We'll tell you what he's asking lawmakers to do about it. But let's take a look outside today at midweek. Ooh, gingerly walking on the ice. Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, they can float if that ice melts. That's their
right.
advantage.
A few rumbles of thunder are the weather words today, and Dana Fulton is home this afternoon watching the weather. Hi, Dana.
Hey, yeah, right now things are a little dark and gray for us outside. Nothing building in just quite yet in southern Wisconsin. All of it is still off to the northwest, and that's where we are currently seeing a tornado watch in effect to the La Crosse area and stretching again west of there. Not seeing those storms in our area just yet, but a line that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. That current watch really lines up with the slight risk for severe weather stretching from the Twin Cities on south. A marginal risk for Madison and areas west, and that's where we are expecting later this evening, really in the next probably 4 to 6 hours, to have those isolated thunderstorms developing. As we look at our sky cam right now, it is quite cloudy and stormy outside, or soon looks stormy outside. The storm's not quite building in just yet. Temperature-wise, we're in the low 60s. It feels almost like the sky's about ready to open up, but again, we do have a few more hours before we have to be concerned about having the umbrella out in Dane County right now. Overall, traffic looks smooth with the Beltline east and westbound, no delays. Downtown Madison, a few stop and go spots. And as we look at the interstate all the way through Rock County, again, no delays for us this evening. From Janesville to the Beltline, 26 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown, 9 minutes this evening. We will take a closer look at those shower and storm chances and a little bit of timing in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. And the city of Madison and Dane County taking a new approach now to preventing community violence.
Adam Duxter joins us from downtown Madison with the role that public health will play. Adam?
Over the last year, Dane County and specifically Madison has set records for gun violence and tied records for homicides. And today, Madison's mayor says the focus will now shift to preventing those acts of violence from happening before they can. Now, Public Health's brand new violence prevention roadmap lays out the plan. It's a 5-year plan to reduce violence through steps like data collection and community involvement. A number of leaders say today, since violence is technically a public health issue, public health is naturally a fit for a job like this.
Public Health Madison-Dane County works with many neighborhood resource teams, neighborhood-based organizations, and government partners responsible for neighborhood actions. They've been listening to challenges, to what's working, and to residents' hopes. And this roadmap reflects that.
Public Health's involvement with violence prevention isn't new, and since 2018 they've been preparing for a moment just like this, but amidst a very violent summer. Last summer, Mayor Rhodes Conway told them the plan needed to get done as soon as possible. And Mayor Rhodes Conway says this plan will be reflected in budgets to come. We'll explain everything you need to know tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
All right, Adam, live downtown. Thank you. Wisconsin's 7-day average of COVID-19 cases continues on that downward trend. The state reporting 516 new cases this afternoon. 14 more people have died. About 11% of the state has completed its vaccination process. That's about 626,000 people. More than 19% of the state has at least the one shot. And in Dane County, a little more than 14% of the population has completed the process. About 22% with at least one dose. We've heard of people getting red, itchy rashes on their toes as a side effect of getting the coronavirus. Well, now we're learning of a new rash showing up on people's arms from the Moderna vaccine.
Our Jamie Perez shares what you should know if you get COVID arm.
So this is a side effect of the Moderna vaccine that doctors are hearing more of, but say that it's not something that people should be worried about. Now, the doctor that I spoke to today at UW Health said he's mostly hearing it come from patients under the age of 60, and usually it's only showing up after the first dose of the Moderna vaccine. Doctors aren't sure why it's only the Moderna vaccine that is causing this reaction.
Probably more of like a sensitivity reaction. It's not something that we're concerned about in terms of persons having like an anaphylactic reaction or even a hyper acute sensitivity reaction.
So if you do get COVID arm, doctors say you can apply a hot or a cold compress on it to help relieve it. And it will typically go away on its own after about a week. Doctors say that this should not deter people from getting the vaccine or those who still need to get their second dose of the Moderna vaccine.
Jamie, thank you. President Biden is on the verge of signing a nearly $2 trillion coronavirus economic relief package into law. Democrats have passed President Biden's $1.9 trillion package without Republican support. Included in the bill is an extension of federal unemployment benefits at $300 a week, money to help schools reopen, to increase vaccine distribution, and support for state and local governments. It also includes a tax credit of up to $3,600 per child.
The expansions in this bill are estimated to cut child poverty in half.
Well, who's going to end up paying back that $5,500 per person? It's going to be the very children that we are professing to help.
And there will be a new round of stimulus checks, $1,400 for individuals making $75,000 a year or less, and $2,800 for couples making less than $150,000. They'll start going out this month. The president will sign the bill into law on Friday.
A new forecast from the CDC expects COVID-19 deaths to continue to decline over the next 4 weeks. This, as the agency says, about 10% of Americans have been fully vaccinated so far. Chris Martinez with the latest from Los Angeles.
FEMA opened a COVID vaccination site in Greensboro, North Carolina Wednesday. The facility is expected to administer 3,000 doses a day. As more people get vaccinated, some states are loosening eligibility. Alaska is now the first state to make the vaccine available to anyone over 16.
We have a real good possibility of hitting herd immunity before any other state.
And New York is now lowering the eligibility age to 60.
That's good news for so many hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers.
Texas lifted its mask mandate Wednesday, citing improved conditions. But the head of the CDC says she's concerned about the move, with only about 10% of Americans fully vaccinated.
We must remain vigilant as we work to scale up our vaccination efforts across this country.
Here in Los Angeles, the nation's second largest school district has reached a tentative deal with teachers to return to in-person learning next month. For students like 11-year-old Mickey Allen, it's not soon enough.
This school year was a major problem.
To him, it feels like no one cares.
The school district says it's spent more than $1 billion since the pandemic started on upgrades, including to the air filtration systems. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And under the deal, all students and staff will be tested for the virus before returning to school, and weekly testing will continue after.
Kyle Rittenhouse's trial is being pushed back until November. The 18-year-old is charged with 2 felony counts of homicide in the deaths of 2 men and felony attempted homicide in the wounding of another man during protests last summer in Kenosha. Jury selection was slated to begin later this month, but both sides told a judge today they needed more time. Kenosha County Circuit Judge Bruce Schroeder set the new trial date for November 1st. One of the women involved in the Slender Man stabbing asked a judge today for conditional release from the Winnebago Mental Health Institute in Oshkosh. 19-year-old Anissa Wire has been there since 2017 on a 25-year sentence. 3 doctors have examined her and say she should be released. 7 years ago, Wire was convicted of stabbing a middle school classmate to please the internet horror character Slender Man. The prosecution asked the judge today to give them more time to file a written argument on behalf of the state. Wire will be back in court for a conditional release hearing in June. The fight against drug overdoses is constantly changing, and that's why Wisconsin's Attorney General says he needs more help and money.
Today, he made a case to the Joint Finance Committee, and Brady Mallory shows us what he's asking for and why he says it'll help better protect our communities. Brady?
Well, the rise in opioid and fentanyl-related deaths continues to be a big challenge for state leaders. As the substances change and evolve, Attorney General Josh Kaul wants to give the state crime lab a boost. He's asking for $933,000. Now, part of that will help hire 4 new toxicologists, which would help speed up tests. But that's not all. He also wants that money to update technology and bring in different techniques to better identify trace amounts of drugs during toxicology tests. Kaul says having that information could have a huge ripple effect in the state.
Also going to help us as a state assess the challenge that we're facing as the opioid epidemic evolves, because knowing exactly which cases fentanyl and some of these other analogs are playing a role in is going to be particularly important to make policy determinations about how to fight the opioid epidemic.
Kaul says the pandemic is putting a new urgency in getting his request approved. He expects substance use disorder will only get worse. Kaul says the money to pay for this could come from the program revenue budget in the state.
Brady, thank you. The Biden administration grappling with a growing number of migrant children arriving at the U.S.-Mexico border. Felipe Figueroa says he left his native Guatemala because of the insecurity there. His family, part of a surge of migrants trying to cross into the U.S. Under a pandemic health rule, families are still being turned away, but not children showing up on their own. That includes more than 3,200 unaccompanied children in Border Patrol custody as of Monday.
We're worried about kids spending long amounts of time in those Border Patrol stations because they're absolutely not appropriate for children.
The Biden administration has reopened a facility to house the children. Republicans are blaming the surge on the Biden administration's policies. A group of House Republicans is planning to travel to Texas next week.
A new proposal could keep the World Dairy Expo in Dane County for the next 10 years. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is offering a deal to the organizers of the event. It would keep the event at the Alliant Energy Center until at least 2030. It also compensates the World Dairy Expo for economic losses from the pandemic. This year's expo and next year's would be hosted by Dane County with no cost to the World Dairy Organization. It is a substantial trade-off with the county.
Or 1.06 million total. So it's a little over 500,000 a year is what it ends up costing them, because they use the entire facility and the event lasts a week, and so it's quite a substantial piece of income for the county and an expense for them.
Dane County officials say current vaccination rates and a $500,000 upgrade to the center's ventilation system should allow World Dairy Expo to continue safely.
Still to come at 4 for older people, finding vaccine appointments online can be a challenge.
We'll introduce you to a group of people called vaccine hunters trying to help people get an appointment.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. You may think you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease, but could your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it can help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar,
lower A1C, and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
We're committed to making Jardiance available and affordable. With our savings card, eligible patients pay as little as $10.
Eliminate cold, uncomfortable drafts this winter with high-performance windows that insulate like walls. I'm talking about the Eco Sky window exclusively from us here at Mad City Windows, specially engineered for cold climates for maximum weather protection. Listen to this. They're 114% more airtight than your average vinyl window, only from us, Mad City Windows. Remember Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. And now you can take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months zero interest senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
About 40% off lenses with purchase of a frame. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Welcome back. More evidence shows that people with obesity should get the COVID-19 vaccine.
People who are severely overweight and get COVID-19 have much worse outcomes. A CDC study of more than 70,000 hospitalized COVID patients from March to December finds 51% were obese, 28% were overweight. Dr. Dariush Mozaffarian is a cardiologist at Tufts University. He authored another study that looked at more than 900,000 COVID hospitalizations. At least 1 in 4 conditions, obesity, hypertension, diabetes, or heart failure, was responsible for the majority of hospitalizations nationwide, but obesity was the top risk.
COVID-19 is like, pouring gasoline on a fire when you have those underlying conditions, because it attacks not only the lungs, but attacks the blood vessels, and it causes inflammation throughout the body.
Many states are now prioritizing that patients with obesity receive the COVID-19 vaccine. It's estimated 42% of adults in this country are obese. Tomorrow marks 1 year since the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic.
The shutdowns we saw last year had a massive impact on the economy and devastating some sectors much more than others. Fry's Electronics started back in 1985, operated 31 stores in 9 states, but last month the company decided to close its doors for good. Many brick and mortar retailers were struggling before the pandemic. Now Fry's joins a list of well-known apparel and department stores forced to shut down partially or completely in the past year. Experts say more than 8,700 stores closed in 2020 and projects 10,000 more will shutter this year.
The worst is still yet to come?
The worst is still yet to come, yes. And it's several-fold, right? It will be permanent store closures. It will be retailers closing flagships where the rent is the highest.
Well, when the pandemic hit, the stock market nosedived, but was able to end the year at record levels. Jobs took longer to recover from the massive shutdowns. The unemployment rate hit 14.7% last April, eventually dropping to 6.2% last month. Let's check Wall Street. The Dow Jones jumping 464 points after news of Congress passing the stimulus package. The Nasdaq gained just 5, while the S&P added 24. The pandemic has increased the number of people in need of some legal help.
Madison College provides a free legal clinic for people looking for some guidance.
Madison College paralegal instructor Norma Kropp joins us now live to tell us all about it. Norma, thanks for being with us.
Hi, Norma.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, so some people might ask, okay, why do people need more legal help after the pandemic? What has complicated things, and why are you seeing more of these issues right now?
So I think we're seeing a lot of issues relating to rentals. We're seeing a lot of people who are unemployed and relating to unemployment compensation. And a lot of people are trying to do their own business startups. So we're seeing a lot of questions relating to business startups as well.
Tell us a little bit about how the free legal clinic works and who is eligible to get help there.
Sure. So the free legal clinic got started because we realized that there were obstacles in getting students into the college, through college, and to get good jobs. And as we were reviewing that, we also saw that getting good jobs for community members was also an issue. So we had a group of wonderful people who got together and were willing to provide this legal advice or legal information to students and the community. But what we know is that depending on the grant someone may have, they may have certain restrictions on who they're able to see. And right now, we are doing all of our appointments virtually, either by phone or some sort of web conferencing.
And what can people expect to do? I mean, they're talking to paralegals, are they talking to lawyers, and who comes together to make this service available? I assume it's maybe people in the community that want to offer their services. Who's providing that legal help?
You know, I sometimes get goose pimples on all the people that are willing to help. So we have many law firms that are involved. We have certain agencies that will provide information as well. So people like, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to, Ascendium Education Group, City of Madison Department of Civil Rights, Community Immigration Law Clinic, Community Justice, 3 different UW clinics, the Family Court Clinic, the Neighborhood Law Clinic, and the Law and Entrepreneurship Clinic. Greater Wisconsin Area on Aging Resources, Habish and Rotier, Legal Action of Wisconsin, Schuster Family Law, Stafford Rosenbaum, Ogden, Glazer, and Schaefer have all assisted us in answering questions and handling matters in the clinic.
Well, they all deserve a shout out, so I'm glad you did that. So is this available all year long, or is it only at certain times?
We do, because our people that are helping us can do it all year long. We do offer services all year long.
And how can people contact the clinic if they need some legal guidance?
So if they have a computer available to them and they go to the Madison College website, they would just need to put legal clinic in the search box, and it will come up. They'll find out more about us and can click then request legal assistance. In addition, if they're not as comfortable with technology, they can call our Goodman South office, and that's area code 608-243-4200.
Awesome. MadisonCollege.edu. Just search the legal clinic. Norma, thanks for sharing your time with us. Best of luck with this. I know you've helped a ton of people, and you're going to continue to help more.
Great to see you, Norma. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
There's more to come at 4 all week. We've been looking back at the pandemic 1 year later.
Coming up after Dana's forecast, we'll hear from doctors on the front lines, how they're reflecting on a year unlike any other.
Tonight on CBS, an all-new night of television, beginning with Tough as Nails at 7, followed by SEAL Team at 8 and SWAT at 9. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waunakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Does your heat run all the time, but your home is still never warm enough? The problem could be those old windows. So call the company with over 50,000 satisfied customers. Mad City Windows do the job.
Getting the new windows put in the house, our heating bill isn't as much. It's a lot warmer.
These windows are sealed very tight, and they keep all the bad weather out.
With our new windows, you'll enjoy a lot more comfort with a lot less wear and tear on your heating unit. Give us a call now and take advantage of the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest financing, and a $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Call right now and get a $100 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Shingles. Oh, Dios mío, so much pain. Maria had to do everything for me.
She had these awful blisters on her back. I don't want shingles when I'm your age.
Actually, if you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk.
That's life. Nothing you can do.
Shingles can be prevented.
Shingles can be what?
Prevented. You can get vaccinated.
Where?
Well, at your pharmacy, at your doctor's.
Hold on. Don't want to go through that.
Hija.
50 years or older, get vaccinated for shingles now.
I was picking the boys up after practice when they're like, can we get Quick Trip? Actually, that was my plan. What would Quick Trip's take-home meals being? As the Quick Trip lady says, freshly made and absolutely delicious. But opportunity knocked. I go, if you let Dad give you haircuts. And they say, deal. At Quick Trip, the boys are like spaghetti, chicken tenders, mac and cheese. After an easy dinner, it was time to pay the piper. Dad's like, who's next? A deal's a deal.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Well, take a look at this. This store in Germany offering singles, a fresh new way to shop for love. The first Fridays of every month is Single Shopping Day. The supermarket serving up new options to connect amid COVID. Customers who are interested can grab a numbered red heart balloon as they enter the shop. If there is a match, customers simply leave their contact details with the supermarket who help make the connection. The idea came from the owner of the supermarket and his wife. Don't accidentally grab one of those red balloons, though.
That's a great idea. You got to do something when
the
we're all...
supermarket's the hot spot for that, right?
Exactly. Well, explosions from Mount Etna, Europe's largest active volcano, sent lava rocks flying into the air early this morning.
This is the 11th major eruption now in just the past few weeks. Etna, the largest of Italy's 3 active volcanoes, which also includes Stromboli on the Sicilian island of the same name, and Mount Vesuvius, of course, near Naples, which last erupted back in 1944. Etna is a popular tourist destination, attracting hikers eager to see the extraordinary lava flows glowing orange at night.
The power of Mother Nature.
That sure is. Wow.
All right, let's join Dana over at home today. Dana, we've all been remarking we haven't seen Penny yet. No pressure, but we would like to see a little Penny shot.
We'll see if we can get her to talk a little bit one of these. Does she speak on command?
She does, unfortunately, or fortunately. She was just saying hi, actually, to the FedEx guy coming by a second ago. It is cloudy. It is not Penny-friendly weather outside right now, as we do have some showers and thunderstorms and building in. We will take a closer look at the timing and where the storms are at right now in just a few minutes.
My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands.
Want to brain better? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva has clinically proven ingredients that fuel 5 indicators of brain performance: memory, focus, accuracy, learning, and concentration. Try our new gummies for 30 days and see the difference.
Let's say your car needs a new part, like an alternator. You could get just the one part at the typical auto parts store. Or for the same money at rockauto.com, get the alternator plus the belt and tensioner kit you'll need to do the repair right and have money left over to buy lunch. Since 1999, rockauto.com has provided reliably low prices, easy-to-use website, huge selection of parts, and fast shipping.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Keep heat from escaping your home this winter by replacing those old, drafty windows. Mad City Windows is your trusted local source for expertly installed Eco Sky windows with a higher energy rating than other windows on the market. Eco Sky windows reduce air infiltration for superior thermal performance.
They're going to hold in the heat. They're going to be much better insulators and stuff like that. So we just went with what they offered.
Be sure to ask about our winter installation here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our 60-60-60 sale. Look at this, 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest, senior military and previous customer discount, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase, and a $100 Amazon gift card if you call me now with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we've been able to enjoy the sunshine for the last several days, and now that's changed for us. Though temps are still in the low 60s, we have a cloudy sky overhead. Here's a look with our WIC-TV sky cam. Also a quick look in Platteville, where the clouds are really moving. The closer to that front, we're likely going to see those showers and thunderstorms entering the area first over in Grant County and then moving east, crossing through the area. So again, Doppler track in southern Wisconsin, cloudy. Might see a few drizzle spots that we're not picking up on radar, but otherwise all of the stronger storms still off to the west. That main line just outside of La Crosse right now, where we do have a tornado watch in effect over into Minnesota and parts of northeastern Iowa. We do not have a tornado watch in southern Wisconsin right now, but we're still going to keep a close eye on these storms as they pass through later this evening. So this is something that's going to develop over the next several hours. As right now it is still cloudy. The isolated showers and thunderstorms will likely pass through. Once we get closer to about 6-8 o'clock, we'll see them along the western edge and then building towards Dane County closer to 10. It'll be cooler outside tomorrow, but still pleasant. We'll be back to some sunshine, and overall, the back half of the work week and into the weekend, a dry pattern expected. Mostly cloudy currently. Again, we get closer to about 6 and we start to see those isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms along Crawford and Grant counties. That continues to shift east and align along a cold front. So when we have those more organized lines pass through, we can really see our wind speeds pick up. So it's going to be quite windy later on today. Even if some of those thunderstorms don't quite reach severe potential, they could still be a little strong outside with some heavier rainfall and some wind passing through. So this evening might be a good night to have some indoor plans. Get inside and just kind of stay indoors, as road conditions with that heavy rain coming down won't be ideal for us later on. For tomorrow morning, we're already back though to a dry pattern in the afternoon, partly sunny with high temperatures in the low 50s, and we will be back to that sunshine again on Friday, but again cooler outside with highs close to 50 degrees. In general, that temperature trend not swinging one way or another anymore as we look at our 6 to 10 day outlook. In that 8 to 14 day outlook, we do have a little bit of a warming trend. That's some good news for us. Tomorrow, plan on mostly sunny skies, a little breezy though. Wind speeds still 10 to 20 miles per hour. So we will continue to see those wind speeds picking up as we look ahead overnight and into tomorrow. And then once we get to the weekend, those temperatures will be bouncing up just a little more. I'll let this graphic update. There we go. The weekend will be partly sunny for Saturday and Sunday. Again, we spring forward Saturday night and into Sunday. Late Sunday into Monday, there might be a small chance for some light mix to develop at night. Not expecting that to lead to any snow accumulation for us, though. Just a little mix before the rain. And overall, the 10-day includes many dry days and a lot of sunshine for us, but not seeing those 60 degrees popping back up yet again. And I know a lot of folks were enjoying that with the sunshine, but we're just going to be a little cooler outside as we look ahead to next week.
Yeah, this last few days, this was the fake spring portion where they taunt us, and then we get that rain-snow mix for a few days.
It was the teaser, yes. Yeah. So you get the fake spring, get a little more snow or a little more winter, and then we'll move into real spring.
Happens every year.
It
Dana,
does.
Thanks,
Dana.
Well, nearly a year after New York City became the epicenter of the nation's coronavirus crisis, we are getting extraordinary access to the ongoing fight to save lives.
CBS News is following up with 2 doctors who shared the emotional toll inside the hospital in video diaries early on in the pandemic.
Mola Lenghi shows us the progress and continuing peril of a year on the COVID front lines.
I think he's about to crash.
Yeah.
Because of his sepsis?
Yeah, sepsis and the respiratory status is worse.
Yeah.
Dr. Umesh Gidwani is fighting to save a critical COVID patient who has been at Mount Sinai Hospital for over 60 days.
We started what is called ECMO, which is a lung support therapy. It's a desperate last-ditch attempt. It's a shame. He's so young. It's terrible.
The somber responsibility to update the family in a video chat, remotely.
Do you think they understand how sick he is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, they think he's not going to make it.
They don't.
Families unable to comfort their loved one, a cruel symptom of the pandemic.
It caused a lot of heartache, not only to the families, but also to us who are taking care of the patient. There is still quite a substantial burden of illness and severity of multi-organ failure.
In April, Gidwani recorded video diaries to share what battling COVID-19 from the front lines both looks and feels like.
What could we have done better? What could we have done different? Could we have saved another life?
The things that I see in the ER are scary. I'm a little scared myself.
Joining in the fight to save another life, Dr. Matthew Bai, a physician at the emergency department in Mount Sinai, Queens. He also shared the emotional toll.
This morning when I left the house, I said goodbye to my wife and my daughter for who knows how long.
Bai captured the difficult decision to isolate from his family at the peak of New York's outbreak.
Do you remember where you were mentally, emotionally as you were recording those things?
It's fuzzy. I was stressed. There was times of sadness. I felt lonely. There's patients everywhere. We're trying our best to treat everyone that we can.
We followed Bai on one of his shifts to see the impact fighting COVID-19 had 1 year later.
Usually patients get to bed pretty quickly, but since COVID started, it's been taking hours, sometimes even days.
And so even though we've sort of seen numbers fall, we're still seeing your hospital capacity.
Yeah, even though the numbers are down, it's still high enough to keep all of our hospitals pretty much at like 95% plus capacity. If I walk into a certain room where something really devastating happened during the peak, I still get like a little flash of like chills, and I can feel my heart rate going up a little bit.
I would imagine it's almost like a trauma.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
A survey conducted by Mental Health America found increasing numbers of anxiety, depression, loneliness, and other mental health concerns among healthcare workers faced with combating the virus. But in a year of devastating lows, there were also highs.
My wife just sent me this picture from the park. First swing ride of her life.
After 6 weeks separated from his family, the Bais reunited. In August, Bai's wife gave birth to another girl.
In the middle of a tough day, like if my wife sends me a picture like that, I'll look at it and just makes everything so much better.
Things are looking worse back on Dr. Gidwani's floor. A desperate attempt underway to save this young patient's life.
The doctors are going to put a chest tube in.
This is one of the worst parts of this pandemic is how people have to die separated from their loved ones. Never alone, never alone. Our nurses, our doctors are always there, always at the bedside.
A year by the bedside, bearing trauma, hidden beneath layers of PPE. Mola Lenghi, New York.
What a year this has been, huh?
Unreal.
Yeah, unreal is right. We'll be right back.
If this is a familiar sight, cloudy, foggy-looking windows or windows dripping with condensation, then it's time to upgrade your home with new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City. Superior windows with sky mirror glass and built-in weather barriers. Minimize air leaks, reduce condensation, and provide a healthier environment for your family with several styles and colors to choose from. Hey, be sure to ask about our winter installation and take advantage of these savings during the 60-60-60 sale. 60% off installation, 60 months, 0 interest. Senior military and previous customer discounts, $60 Walmart gift card with purchase. Last chance to call during this program to get the free $100 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Ready?
No.
No. Yes, you are. Are you ready to go to sleep for real?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses. Very good. And one more for good luck.
Uh-oh.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
During Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway, you could win a 2-year lease to a 2021 Mercedes C300 when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid. Beauty Rest Black are the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $19.99 and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. And with Steinhoffel's special financing, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. So take a test rest and you could drive away in a Mercedes C300 during Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway.
Tonight at 5, Public Health Madison-Dane County is releasing a roadmap on how to reduce violence in the county. We'll break down their goals at 5.
Windy and mild weather this evening with showers and isolated thunderstorms will give way to nice weather for the next few days. My News 3 Now First Warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, Wisconsin lawmakers hold a public hearing on how to spend COVID-19 relief funding. That story and more tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 6.
On this Wednesday afternoon, the plant's getting a little drink this afternoon. Some raindrops falling in the pond. A little more rain on the way from here.
Starting to see some sprouts of spring, though, there, too, as well. That's a good sign. All right, even as more of the mass COVID vaccination sites pop up around the country, many older people say they are running into trouble trying to sign up online.
So now people known as the vaccine hunters are stepping up to help, spending hours online to help people find appointments.
For strangers sometimes. Nancy Chen introduces us to one New York family that's already helped more than 750 older neighbors get their shots.
I received a phone call from many acquaintances and friends. Did you call the number? Did you get an appointment? I said, I'm just hearing frustration among frustration.
For seniors like 81-year-old Jeannie McDowell.
They didn't have an iPhone. They don't have a computer. What were they supposed to do?
Securing an appointment seems impossible until they reach out to Deidre DeCastro.
Okay, no problem. I can help you with that.
Went from a cell phone to multiple laptops.
Turned into a command center.
Yes, in our kitchen.
DeCastro and her family have booked vaccine appointments by the hundreds in their central New York community.
I just need your name as it appears on your license.
All for total strangers and for free.
We do it between lunch, dinner, pretty much all the time.
Did you print? I just got one, Mom.
DeCastro is often up until 3 in the morning, rapidly refreshing websites for any availabilities.
Now my husband calls it whack-a-mole. You have to be quick because there's 10,000 other people doing probably the same thing.
Her husband Marco delivering the printed confirmation tickets.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
She first realized the difficulties in getting an appointment while signing up her mother-in-law. Word got out fast after DeCastro started helping neighbors.
I heard some seniors even say they would get on the computer, they might lose the site. They put in Rome, New York, and ended up in Rochester. And my other dear friend got on the phone, and the lady said, call back at 4. She called back at 4, and the tape said the office is closed.
DeCastro got an appointment in just days for McDowell and her husband. Only 2 of the 25 the DeCastros book on average each day, for anyone who asks, including the Petrie family.
Vicki was very stressed. By the time she got everything in, the appointment was gone.
Vicki and Dave Petrie reached out for their daughter Jessica, who has Down syndrome, after struggling on their own.
She helped us, she helped our neighbors, she helped my brother and his wife get an appointment. She just, I don't know how she does it.
The DeCastros' reach has now spanned 4 counties. People express their gratitude with cards and even home-cooked dinners. But DeCastro says she's just doing anything possible to protect her community.
I treat everyone as if they're my parent. Yesterday wouldn't have been soon enough for me if it were my parent.
When will you stop?
When they stop calling. I would love for everybody to feel safe again. It's not soon enough.
Nancy Chin, CBS News, Rome, New York.
It's unbelievable.
There
it's
are
great
good
to
people
see,
in the world.
You see the stress that it causes people when they can't get it, and it's great to see those people help. When Live at 4 returns, there's a lot of things you can do using an Instapot or a pressure cooker.
So how about making your own yogurt? Well, Consumer Reports shares why it's worth the time. We'll have that story when we come back.
For over 25 years, Fry Construction has provided excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by so many of your neighbors and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home. In honor of our 25 years, we're offering 25% off gutters or insulation with any full roof project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This, allergy sufferers, is my favorite Zysol bedtime story. It's about the time when allergy symptoms ruined people's sleep and made them miserable all the next day. Oh, what relief they found taking Zysol at night. It worked while they slept and they woke refreshed for more productive days ahead. Zysol provides powerful relief. Plus, it lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, works faster than Claritin, and on first dose provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. So, be wise all, take Zysol. At night.
When it comes to home projects, most people don't know how much theirs should cost. But with Home Advisor, you can see upfront pricing and check what others paid for similar jobs. Even book pros and pay right through the app. Start your next project knowing what to pay with Home Advisor.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
Who really has the best beef? Meet the facts. Fact. Hy-Vee's standards are so high, their cattle have to be hand-selected. And only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to be called Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Only 6 out of 100. Makes you wonder who's buying the other 94 and selling that beef to their customers. Get the facts at meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
That's not bacon, it's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
Right now, we aren't seeing any major delays on the roads. That's some good news. As we look at the Beltline east and westbound, no hiccups downtown Madison. A little slow for us this evening, and the interstate is smooth. Again, right now it's cloudy outside. We don't have rain coming down, but I imagine later this evening, as things do start to get a little more wet, those roads are going to slow down. Drive times look good this evening. We'll keep a close eye on traffic, though, as the night progresses.
All right, thank you, Dana. Check out this video. A bear paid a surprise visit to a group of skiers in central Romania. A skier who shot this footage tried to make the bear move away, but that didn't work, so they decided to ski away. Well, the bear decided to race them down the slope. Look at that.
My.
After chasing the skier for a while, the bear eventually stopped and wandered away into the forest. But he got a good run, and they're fast. You're probably saying to yourself, don't fall down.
Yeah, and somebody's shooting that backwards on their phone, perfectly framed. They're not.
Yeah.
I think I'd put the phone in my pocket and just ski down as quickly as possible.
Yeah, how about we zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, let's just get a closer look at this bear chasing me down a hill. Unbelievable. Well, it is surprising how much added sugars can lurk in our favorite foods, even the ones that we think of as healthy.
Now, that's especially true with many supermarket yogurts, so why not skip them altogether?
The Consumer Reports reveals the simple way to make homemade yogurt that offers all of the pros, that's protein and probiotics, without the cons. Leah Linscheid reports.
We often think of yogurt as a healthy food, but look carefully at nutrition labels and you're likely to see they're often loaded with added sugars. Consumer Reports says you can control added sugars, get in some calcium and probiotics, and save money by making your own yogurt at home.
You can buy freeze-dried yogurt cultures online or at health food stores, but if you have a favorite brand of plain yogurt already, just save a few tablespoons of it and use that as the starter for your homemade yogurt.
After that, all you'll need is milk and a food thermometer.
You can use any type of pasteurized dairy milk you'd like, but avoid those labeled ultra-pasteurized because your yogurt won't thicken up properly.
Perry says while making yogurt is easy, there are several steps you'll need to carefully follow. Here's the gist. You'll need to heat the milk to 185 degrees Fahrenheit and maintain that temperature for 10 minutes. Then let your milk sit until it reaches 110 degrees. Skim it, then add your starter. After that, it will need to ferment up to 12 hours in your oven with the light on and oven off. Then into the fridge to thicken for another 8 to 12 hours. Consumer Reports also checked out some other ways to make homemade yogurt using the sous vide method and the Instant Pot.
The sous vide method delivered consistently excellent yogurt every time. The Instant Pot should have been able to also maintain a constant temperature, but the results were disappointing, even after fermenting it for 3 times longer than the sous vide yogurt.
If you'd rather leave your yogurt to the pros, Consumer Reports says this True Blend low-fat Greek yogurt is one of the healthier options at the grocery store. It has no added sugars, and CR's taste tester said it has a thick, full-fat dairy texture. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid.
And Consumer Reports says homemade yogurt is good for up to 2 weeks in the fridge.
Yeah, no way I'm going to all that work. I'm going right to the store. But if you want to use some of it for a new batch, they say do so within a week. We'll be right back.
While you pretty roll playback, 3, 2, 1.
Habitat Dane County provides long-term stability through affordable home ownership, creating the spaces where learning grows, the places to rest, the spots to gather, the areas to play safely. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
40% off lenses with purchase of a frame. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Joe believes we overcome barriers like addiction together. His funding of recovery coaches has saved lives and makes us all safer.
Joe knows the past year was hard, and his small business partnership with Dane Buy Local gave us an opportunity to keep our dreams alive.
Thank you, Joe Farisi, for putting a high priority on water quality, conservation, and prairie restoration.
Thank you, Joe, for believing in second chances and the best in all of us.
Thank you, Joe, for appreciating local food and supporting small family businesses.
Tonight at 5, we'll hear why the trial is being delayed for the teen accused of shooting and killing protesters in Kenosha last summer. Plus, veterans under VA care are now eligible to receive their COVID-19 vaccines. How VA officials hope to extend vaccinations to other vets at 5.
Wake up every morning with Chris Reese and his Plan Your Day forecast, designed to help you plan your day before you walk out the door. Plan Your Day with Chris, weekday mornings starting at 4:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Here's a look at our latest radar right now. The line of storm still off to the west where a tornado watch is in effect. Not quite entering southern Wisconsin yet, but something we are going to keep a very close eye on through the rest of this evening.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
From working out to catching up. And of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
In today's Final Touch, whatever your excuse is for not exercising, it is not good enough.
That attitude comes from a determined powerlifter who's going for her 20th world record at age 78. The Royal